guess this will be the first ever clip for my YouTube channel. Feels really weird doing this. But I wanted to start documenting what I'm doing for Ironman training and prep. So here it goes. Today is Saturday, March 22nd. Training for what I think I'm gonna do is Ironman Muskoka in July 6th. Currently making my breakfast, and then I'm gonna go, I got a bike and run today. Yeah, very difficult to record things and do other stuff at the same time, which I've never fully appreciated. It is hard. I'm trying to cook eggs and do this at the same time. It's not easy. Yeah, cooking some eggs, making some toast to have with peanut butter and bananas and stuff. Get a bunch of carbs before I go cycle, and then I gotta run after. Yeah, take you along. I think I want this to kind of be like a day in the life video for my first one. So I'm gonna record what I'm eating and stuff throughout the day. Probably won't record my workout today because I'm just in the gym on the stationary bike and then running on the treadmill, because I live in Canada and it's like 4 degrees outside. Don't get me wrong, you definitely could run a bike outside if it's 4 degrees. But at the moment I'm at my parents' place. I'm about to go back up to my place and I pass right by my gym. And at the moment I've just been in the routine of biking on the stationary bike and then running on the treadmill. It's been a lot easier. And then soon as the weather warms up a little bit and it's like at least 10 degrees, I'm gonna start looking at routes to do my cycling and running outside. Because I do prefer it. I just don't like doing it in the winter, especially running. I don't want to slip and break my neck. That's my, at least that's what I tell myself. I guess the main reason that I've decided that I want to do this is last year I did a half marathon, and I watched a lot of people doing like marathon preps, Ironman preps, things like that, just for something to watch. I enjoyed watching it. Now I'm watching more like 70.3 training videos, full Ironman training videos and stuff. Just enjoy watching that kind of content. And there's not a ton of it out there, so I kind of wanted to put my own stuff out there so that when people are looking for videos to watch, they've got something kind of relatable to look at while they're training, or while you eat your meal before training session, etc. Okay, so a little bit chaotic here, but we've got 2 pieces of toast, peanut butter, banana, a few strawberries, eggs. This is 3 eggs, like 1 serving of egg whites, like 100 grams or something like that, and a serving of cottage cheese, all scrambled together, turn into eggs. It looks like a ton. I don't know why today. Usually it doesn't look like anywhere near that much. But anyways, that's what I got there. Just coffee there, early in the morning, and then the rest of my banana. And then for during my workout, I was going to cut up some apple to put on top of the toast, but I don't think I'm going to end up doing that. And then for during my workout, I got this stuff. It's called Scratch. I've also had, or I still do have, some G1M Sport. I was using that, but because I live in Canada, it's a bit harder to get here. It takes a while to arrive. And so I was in the store the other day getting some goo gels and some other brands of gels, and I picked that up just to give it a try, see how it feels. So I got 1 scoop in each. I usually have about 1 during my bike. Today I'm doing about an hour bike, about an hour run. So I usually have about 1, or I'll finish this on the bike and then usually have like a third of that. Then I'll finish the rest throughout the run. Sometimes more if it's a harder run, depends. But I'm usually dripping sweat on the bike, so I need a ton more water and stuff. And then on my way to the gym and just before I start, I'm probably gonna I've got 2 rice cakes, and then I usually put some honey on it, just to get more carbs just before I start. Just finished up 23.5 miles on the bike, into a run, 7-mile run. I don't know exactly what you call it, tempo interval run, alternating between 7 miles an hour and like a light jog. I did like a quick warm up, and then alternating 2K at 7 miles an hour into a light jog, and then the last, I don't know what it was, like 1 kilometer was cool down. Just got back in the truck, and now I've got my oats. I'll make another clip showing what it is, or I'll put like MyFitnessPal breaking it down. There's a whole bunch of stuff in it, but basically oats, protein powder, Greek yogurt, peanut butter, blueberries. Wow, I look see-through. Yeah, it's like 700 calories, a bunch of protein, stuff like that. So usually I have this for breakfast, unless I'm doing like a morning workout. Then I'll have like toast and a bunch of stuff to get more carbs, and then I'll have this afterwards. So forgot to start recording before I started eating. That's probably going to be a theme in the future, but I'm having like a pre-made burrito, breakfast burrito, lunch burrito, whatever, pretty much right after I got home. Yeah, I can probably pull up MyFitnessPal for all the stats and stuff on the screen afterwards, but I'll show you what it looks like. This is the burrito. Had some Dijon and Sweet Baby Ray's with it. Finished the first half. It's like eggs, egg whites, cottage cheese, potatoes, ground beef, a little like Greek yogurt and avocado sauce kind of to keep it a bit moist. I made like 10 of them and just froze them, and I just take them out, bake them in the oven. A lot of eggs today, I realized, but I didn't really have anything prepped to have lunch, and I was starving. So I'm gonna make pasta a bit later, and we got a Michigan hate watch going on to go with our lunch. Nearly forgot to film what I ended up making for dinner, but got it here. I'll flip the camera around in a second. I don't think I can do it in one clip, so I'll have to wait till after. But basically ground beef and some, well, actually it's ground pork, or actually I think it's a mix of pork and beef, but ground, just cooked it up with some onions and peppers, spices and stuff, put some pasta sauce on, cooked up some penne, and yeah, lots of carbs, lots of protein. I can never really be bothered to put it into MyFitnessPal because I don't have a scale to weigh the things out, but I just make a ton of it at the start of the week, and then it lasts me like 4 or 5 days. It's like 1.2 kilos of ground meat, and then just make as much pasta as I need, and it lasts me like 4 or 5 servings. So I'll show you that. So here's dinner. I don't know why it looks kind of orange. My camera's like jumping around and stuff. Anyways, yeah, ground meat, pasta, some veggies cooked up in there. Watching some more March Madness. Auburn Creighton at the moment. Failed Michigan hate watch. Michigan came back. I think that's the most Michigan thing I've seen in their basketball team this year. They're always losing at half, and they always come back and win it. One thing I want to just kind of touch on about my nutrition at the moment, what I'm targeting, what I'm kind of trying to do. Macros and calories and stuff, not too concerned about. Mostly eating as much as I need to if I'm hungry. It's been, I don't know, I think kind of around 3,000 calories or so. I've been trying to get like my body weight, 1 gram protein per pound of my body weight, approximately, more so just to like make sure that I'm eating enough and getting enough food in. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then making sure I get enough carbs kind of in general throughout the day, and then especially right before workouts and stuff, making sure I get some carbs in, things like that. And then also I've been adding a lot of salt to my food because I sweat a ton, especially on the bike. I've never done a salt test. I kind of really want to, one of those like sweat tests where you measure how much sodium and stuff you're losing. But like dinners and stuff, I'll put quite a bit of extra salt in.
And then also when I work out, I usually have like my scratch powder or G1M Sport. But then I'll also have like a little Ziploc baggie of just pure salt in my gym bag, and I just sprinkle like a little pinch into each of them, like a quarter teaspoon or something like that, to get even more sodium. And it's been working well. I think at the moment, I'm just kind of assuming one day I'd like to do a sweat analysis, but I'm pretty sure I lose a lot of sodium, so I'm trying to replenish.